And the powers that be pulling the strings, they don't give a damn about a puppet's tears. I used to be a bulldog in the streets. I done seen some things that'll bring a pup to tears. 29th of February, I done spent so much life I can leap years. Killers on my block didn't care about your life for theirs. Real life Thanos, as soon as he snapped, half the hood disappears, and I gotta weigh the options, cause any given day I could be on the other end of an op scenes. Every time it's an op scene, it's obscene. And my scene, and I sing, cause they want to drop on nine, Visine. They carry arms to give shots, vaccines, and leave wives living single, Maxine. So trust I understand Afghanistan, cause Ted's been took over the block. The hands in town won't even hold my clock, gave it to an hourglass. I guess that's why I flip every hour's pass. My mind spent more than a power cast. Walk a day in my shoes, life can get colorful money, monopoly cash. That's why I hit these stages and try to raise wisdom. Socrates' dad, forcing y'all to dissect what's in a biology class. And sometimes I still don't make the best decisions. There's some things I'm still working to face. Esthetician, too many emotional Brock scar walls, and I'm on a set collision. I get my last breath of vision. I know people who can afford the clothing brand Off-White, fly on sight but off-light. And I'm just here to put a mirror to your mirror. I'm a young guy, a theologian. Blood don't make us close, but my hemoglobin is compared to Zeus and Odin. One time, I even told this BD from O Block, stop carrying the energy of an old goon and start carrying the energy of an old goon. Even asked him, what's the science? How does this add up? Unfortunately, biology and math was a classic at F seen. Now he's broke on the block swinging at F in. He even asked me back, well, what do you believe in? Well, me, I am Yahweh, God. He said, stop lying, you went in the streets beasting. I never said that. I said, well, me, I am Yahweh. Ain't that God? Even with a cold stand tattoos, he's fragile. Posting blocks, dodging cops, he's agile, but fragile. Toting Glocks, robbing ops, he's baffled, but fragile. And me, I never seen warfare's blood spills at the River of Jordan, but I've seen Ford's blood spills over a pair of Jordans. I never seen the streets of Chile, but I'm from Chicago, but the streets get Chile. And no matter how many times we hit these stages and get rewind up, it won't change the fact that our streets are modern day Rwanda. But why that? It won't change the fact that our streets are moderate. But why that? It won't change the fact that our streets are catalysts to decline blacks. We find gaps and crates on freights, and lately my faith been in faith, because even without the H, faith is still in faith. Like even without the H, hell is still in L. And I'm just trying to bring the truth of vision. Even my nephew, like, oh, don't forget, it's a pipeline, school to prison. Like instead of pulling up to the high school morgue and park, he just should pull up to the morgue and park. They be
come on now.
They be shot with the 9 for the GDs, but won't shop with another 2 for a GD. We was warriors, militant, panthers, fighters, and lately it seemed like we smoke so many blackened mouths that we become passive, blackened mouths. So what you smoking now? That's your feedback. So for the past few years, I've been on my mental health journey. So my daughter, that's my little daughter, my little Juju right there. You feel me? And she's 5 years old, right? And I've been in therapy for 4 years, right? So can y'all see the math, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I used to have this real, like I said, I'm from the low end, from the projects. I used to have this mentality, right, that like the low end is like the toughest place in the world, and I'm from the projects, and the projects is the toughest place in the low end, so I'm the toughest of toughest, right? And I used to walk with that energy, and I used to walk with all these war wounds and these trials and tribulations that I had been through, and I used to walk with these scabs all over my fists, you know what I mean, my mind, my heart, you know what I'm saying? And I used to gloat about being at funerals multiple times a year and not crying, you know what I'm saying? I used to walk around with this image of what I thought a man should be or look like, right? And then I had her, right? And I got all these ideas in my head of what a man should be. But then now I got this little girl looking at me, telling me to pick her up, telling me to tell her I love her. And I'm hesitating because everything I love is either in jail, strung out, or dead, right? And I'm like, oh, I love her purely and she loved me purely. And so I decided to go see somebody. And I've been rocking out with therapy for the last 4 years now. So, you know,
Amen.
You know what I mean? Yeah, anything for my children.
Even tea parties. Even tea parties.
I'm like a softie, like having tea parties with her, taking her, just having daddy daughter dates. I'm all about her. Like she's spoiled. She my only child. She just spoiled beyond belief. Like, you know what I mean? But she deserved that, right? You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? I'm the only boy. I got 3 sisters, and my sisters never knew our fathers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm gonna be the father that my sisters never had. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm giving her. So one of the things I had to deal with, right, when I first went into therapy was my identity. Right, like I said, I had this false idea of what a man should be. You know what I mean? And I thought I was like, I'm the realest of the real. But one day I stood in the mirror and I stripped down everything that was a part of me that was borrowed, right, from somebody else or some other entity. Like, I was like, okay, the way I dress is based off of hip hop. I love hip hop. I take that away. You know what I mean? The way I view this is based off, I saw my best friend do that, and I like that, so that's his style. Take that off. The way this is my mom's, this is my cousin's, take that off. And by the time I was done stripping away everything that I had borrowed for somebody, I didn't really have nothing that was just originally me, right? Like, you feel me? And so I had to, when I went into therapy, that was one of the first things I had to do was, like, you know, rebuild me up, because I wasn't really nobody. You know what I'm saying? That was genuine, right? And one of the first things, the conversation I had was about my identity crisis of sorts, right?